Hi, welcome to the VAHOMA Podcast, episode 25. I'm Tim Abbott. With me is Brett Phillips, aka Bert. Bert,
Hello.
gotta do your emote.
Oh,
your dance.
Jesus, Bert, we just practiced this.
We
Thank you.
Sit down.
Okay, now I just. Oh, geez. Chris Mason.
okay. There we go.
And Chris needs to say hi. Chris
With
wants to say hi.
words.
Actual word.
You know what helps?
If you're not muted.
If you put your mic on. Yeah, like that.
Oh man, we're off to a rocket start. Agent M is here. Hello, Agent M.
There you go.
There you go.
Breaking up the ancient hammer. And then we have two special guests with us. Primordial Goo.
Hello, hello.
And Zoom Demon is also here.
Our
Hello.
only fan.
Now
Is
who's going to listen to this
joining us
podcast? So
I'll
first
still listen to it.
Primordial Goo, Chris, was in a episode 2, way back in the day when I was out there in Oklahoma.
It
And-
was like 6. It was the first Bean Boozled though.
It was like 2 or 3.
This is the
Somewhere
first being boozled.
And then Zoom Demon was in the PAX episode. So we're good. So for the ones that are listening to just the audio version of this, the reason it sounds weird is we are doing this through the Mixer stream because we cannot get together in person. I just bought a house and I'm extremely busy now trying to get everything figured out and moved and all that fun stuff. The joys.
Sure.
Yes. So the next few might be like this. So, and for people watching the video, we talk about Destiny enough, we figure we just record it in sitting in Destiny. So, yeah. So, anyways, so in this episode, E3 just happened. So we are going to talk about E3, some of the announcements that came out of there, things that we liked, things we thought were dumb, things that we liked, etc., etc., etc. Do we want to go by conferences, or do we just want to talk about in general? You guys want to do this?
We'll go through conferences, you know, and just to have some kind of order. We can
Okay.
talk about each one as we go through it.
Okay. Well, the first one that went was EA. Went on Saturday. So basically, they talked a lot about sports. Shocker. Which I didn't think the new story mode for EA's Madden I thought was pretty cool looking. I don't know, Bert, did you see that?
I did not. I just figured Madden was Madden again, so
Yeah.
I didn't even bother looking at it.
They
But
added
I
a
might have to look at it if it's new.
yeah, they added like a story mode type thing. So you basically play like a guy that's coming from like a small town and trying to work his way up to the NFL. So he goes to like high school, college,
Okay.
the combine, and stuff along those lines.
I could get down with that. That could be fun.
Hank, aka Chris. I'm gonna get you guys. I'm just gonna say Chris for both of you. I have a feeling. We had a Need for Speed Payback, so new Need for Speed games coming out. So a driving game I have Ontario wanted to play.
Yeah, he's all about the Need for Speeds, and I like him too. But the big one from EA is Battlefront 2.
And then, well, I'm almost there.
That's the one.
I'm getting there. But did you
You were
also see?
you were talking about Terry.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's
Don't-
right. Terry wants Battlefront. That's right. I forgot. My bad. So, but anyways, Need for Speed Payback looks kind of very much like it's inspired by Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious, yeah.
So, I don't know how to feel about it. I think it'd be interesting, but nothing I'll worry about.
I'll probably get it. What was the last Need for Speed? I can't remember.
I think
Sounds like the new one's gonna have way better voice actors. and
True.
acting.
Was
Wasn't it
the
Most
last
Wanted?
one Rivals?
Or was it Rivals? It might have been Rivals.
I
they
think
did, like, a
Rivals
Most
was
Wanted
more
remake.
recent.
think
Okay.
Rivals.
I
They
just lost
did.
track.
There's more than one Most Wanted.
I think Most Wanted.
There was
the last one I had.
Undercover, there was The Run, there was Most Wanted, there was I've got all of those. I think Rivals.
Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit was the last one I played, and that was years ago.
I played that with X Cross, I think. It was the last time I played with him.
Joey and Brandon. Yeah, we at one point we had like 8 of us playing that thing. Pretty fun. Also, guys, don't forget to hit some buttons or look around. Otherwise, you will time out of the tower. Okay,
Yeah.
carry on.
Good call. So. Yes, Chris, but I can still see you though. I think the coolest thing that came out of EA's conference that I saw was that game A Way Out. I don't know, did you guys watch that trailer? Did I send you guys that trailer? I sent some.
You sent me that trailer.
Yeah.
And I was reading it was built by the same guy that did Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, which was cool, but not the vibe I got from that trailer.
Yeah, this is next game. It's a 2-player split-screen Prison Break game. So, ooh, I did not mean to hit that thumbstick.
That's the one that you have to play co-op. It reminded me of like Army of Two.
Yeah, you have to play co-op, and even though if you do it online, it will still be split-screen. Because they want you to see what your partner is doing at all times. So, but there's like multiple choices and stuff along those lines. It's basically Prison Break in game form. So, I thought it looked cool.
It just means they're getting dark in here.
Moon is passing over the block right now.
Pretty. And then that game we'll talk about when I get Xbox. And then they finished with Battlefront 2. So they showed off gameplay of it, but then the biggest thing they announced was that the maps will be free, along with the new characters and stuff along those lines that they added. They're not going to do a season pass.
Well, yeah, the season pass was like $40 for the last one, and it was ridiculous. All it was no campaign, no story. It was just a few characters and a few maps. That was it. It was insane.
Agreed. And then they still split their fan base, so never good enough. So
I will say I'm kind of interested for Battlefront 2 because it's a different kind of. That's going to have a campaign. It's going to have a story mode, and it seems like it's all from the Empire. Like it's not going to be a rebel kind of thing. It's going to be you are a stormtrooper that's like fighting for the Empire.
yeah, I think the story looks cool. So that was EA's short conference. So anything that you guys took away from that? Primordial Goo, what did you think?
From EA?
Yeah.
I might actually be interested to play Battlefield 2 this time. Battlefront rather. I didn't play Battlefront, the first one. So I'll be looking forward to that one, I think. But otherwise, we'll see what the game you left off turns into.
Yeah.
That we'll talk about for Xbox conference.
Yeah. Miss Zoom Demon, anything you took away from that?
Yes.
From EA's conference?
I didn't actually watch their conference, but I did watch the video you sent me of A Way Out, and that looked interesting. It looked like a movie that you play together, so it'd be cool.
I agree. Agent M, anything you took away from there?
No.
Oh, okay, quick and easy. So,
Is there some reason you skipped over me? I'm just trying to figure that out.
but you actually talked while I was mentioning games and stuff. So, okay, Hank Nova, is there anything that you particularly took away from that conference?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
And I guess then, Bert, I'll ask you. Anything that you took away that you're interested in that I mentioned?
Not really. I would have to do a wait and see on Battlefield 2 or Battlefront 2 for the beta, because the beta just completely turned me off of the first Battlefront.
Yeah.
You know, I played the beta for 3 days and I was like, you know what? I've already played all I want to play this game. I've already gotten my $60 worth. So, yeah, it was, you know, I don't know.
Cool.
It looks interesting, but I hear Chris telling the stories of the previous Battlefronts with campaigns and stuff, and those sounded cool.
We're
So,
amazing.
And I sadly missed out on those in my youth. But
Hey, if you want to play them, they are backwards compatible. Battlefront 1 and 2 for the original Xbox are
oh really?
backwards compatible on the Xbox One. Trust me, Terry has been playing them nonstop.
Oh,
Nice.
okay,
And they still work just as fine as anything.
interesting.
You play them next time you come over for the podcast, Brad. I've got them both.
Sweet.
So.
I'm in.
My takeaway, I just really cared about A Way Out. That's all I really cared about. And then Madden, considering they might actually have the Redskins be somewhat decent, at least, to where I can have an actual team. So moving on, Xbox went on Sunday. So they came out right out the gate, announced the Xbox One Scorpio. Project Scorpio is called the Xbox One X. Showing off the fancy new graphics abilities that it can do, etc. We'll talk about that at the end. They said they're going to announce 42 games with 22 exclusive stuff. So they showed off Forza Motorsport 7. It looked really pretty, but it looked like a Forza game. Anybody have a comment? Anything? No?
Pretty much.
Then they showed off a really creepy trailer for Metro Exodus, which made me go, nope.
Has anybody played Metro Last Light?
I'm not.
I own it
Oh.
from Xbox One Gold.
I've played it for like an hour and a half.
I will say it's worth it if you like a kind of a Dead Space kind of a game.
It's kind of on rails, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Russian. And you can tell the story is not. It's decent. It's just weird. It's not your typical shooter. Aliens come down. You're saving the human race kind of a game. It's a little bit more political. Is what it feels like. But the game was really good. The graphics were amazing. I'm kind of looking forward to that one.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, the trailer looked really pretty. It's just,
But
it
it's
was
got
scary.
that Dead Space feel of you don't know what's
Pre-packaged too
coming,
much.
when it's coming, or how it's coming.
Yeah. Chris, I'll watch you stream it. How about that?
Yeah, I have to put it up on Mixer.
And then,
you watch him scream or stream?
both.
Both.
Got it.
So the next one they showed off was they announced Assassin's Creed Origins, which we know comes out October 27th.
Oh boy.
Yay!
So, thoughts on Assassin's Creed? We'll go to Bert.
First of all, it looks pretty, and I do mean pretty. To me, and I like the fact that you have like the skill trees. That looks interesting. I like the fact that it's looks like they took the time off of not putting out Assassin's Creed each year. Looks like they took the time off and really thought about something new that they could do to a little bit new they could do to the franchise, because it was getting pretty stale. The last one I actually played completely through was Black Flag, and I'm intrigued. I like the fact that you have your little spy bird.
Yeah.
You can throw out there and mark enemies. That looks interesting.
That just reminded me of the drone from Wildlands. I was like, oh look, now an eagle.
Yeah,
They could do this in ancient times.
Fly like an eagle.
exactly. I do like the fact that it seems to be an origin story of the Order, the Assassin's Creed Order, and it looks interesting. I'm excited for it. I was kind of not liking the way it was going with getting into firearms and stuff, muskets and everything. So I'm excited for it to go back in time. That looks interesting.
Cool.
To me.
Agent M, you're one of our biggest Assassin's Creed fans in this group. What are your thoughts?
Yes. I'm excited. I'm really glad they're having one this year, and I think it looks amazing. And I'm with Brett. The idea of going back to the origin of it, I think, is really awesome. And I'm excited. I've played every one of them, including Rogue. Rogue was the last one I played. Whoops, kitty cat. So sorry. Um, and so I still have to go through Unity and Syndicate, and then also the China Chronicles. But I plan to play all of them before Origins. I'm really excited.
Well, it comes out
A
October.
lot of Assassin's Creed.
Got some time. Hank Nova, do you care? Go with no.
No, not really. It looks pretty. I'm gonna be honest. It looks pretty. I wish I was excited for it. This is one of those titles that I'm like, I've always said, Assassin's Creed. I can't get into it. There were just so much at the early stages. Were so much mundane, so repetitive.
It got so much better.
It did, and I'm sure it did. And I'm kind of curious to see what you think of Syndicate, because I know Tim raved about it when he played it.
Yeah, I was actually surprised how much I liked Syndicate, and I liked Unity. And it's funny, those are the ones that people talk bad
Unity.
about. But yeah, Zoom, you are also a big Assassin's Creed fan.
Yes, I am. I've actually played all of them except for Revelations, which is I'm in the middle of, and Rogue. So I've played all of them, and I'm actually looking forward to Origins. It looks pretty cool. I was kind of concerned that they went too far back in time. Like, what kind of weapons are we going to be using? Sticks and stones, but it looks like we're using arrows and knives. So it looks cool. It looks a little bit different than your usual Assassin's Creed game. So yeah, looking forward to it.
And Primordial Goo.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on this one. I've been burned by Assassin's Creed over time. I loved where they started and where they were going, and then the story just went. And Black Flag was really great game, enough to make me play, but then I don't know. I've just lost interest over time. So I'll keep an eye on this one, see if it's different enough. And Origins might imply that there's a decent story to follow.
Yeah, it gives a nice jumping off point. I did watch the Achievement Hunter guys. They actually got a 40-minute Let's Play of them just like goofing around in it. So it's kind of cool seeing them figure out like the new type of weaponry as far as sword, clubs, etc., that you can use. They let a lion loose and out of a cage, and the lion went and attacked the guard. So that was kind of cool. So I'm excited for it. I've actually liked the last few Assassin's Creed that I've played, so I will be getting this one and playing it as well. So then the next one, moving on. That was a good discussion. It came out that they announced PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is going to be coming to the Xbox One exclusively. So that was the game that Andrew talked about last episode. That he's been playing on PC, which is very, they said like Hunger Games-esque, as far as, you're one of 100 people dropped on an island, and then you just try to survive. And so you have to scrounge for your supplies, you have to, then the map slowly gets smaller, so you're one of the last ones standing. Game looks cool. I'm excited for it. My multiplayer guys I play with a lot, that'll be with one will definitely be fun.
Your multiplayer guys?
Yes, the ones I play with are from work. That I play Battlefield and Call of Duty with, because you guys don't do multiplayer. Well, you two do. Yes, sorry. The main group.
I'm feeling the main group. Okay, so let's just call it out here. Let's just go ahead and say it out. Agent M and I are just second-class citizens sitting over here.
No, I love you guys. It's just you guys don't play Call of Duty multiplayer. I invite you all the time, but I don't say now.
It just looks so funny on my screen. Their faces are like stone, like frozen right now.
In fact, I think Hank's eyes are on fire.
A little bit.
Livid.
So then they announced Deep Rock Galactic, which I don't even remember the trailer for that. Then we got a State of Decay 2 coming spring 2018 that will have 4-player co-op. What was that?
Huh?
So, anybody's thoughts on State of Decay 2? Did anybody play the first one?
Always wanted to, never did.
Zoom.
But I might.
I did not.
To catch up, because I want to play the second one with friends. So I might play the first one to kind of catch up and get used to things.
I think I remember hearing about a game called State of Decay. Does that help?
There you go. Good job.
I tried it. I didn't care for it, but it might have been because I was playing by myself.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Well, the first one was single player.
exactly.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
it'd be
free with
interesting
Games
to
with
try.
Gold, I think is what I got it.
Okay, I must have missed that. But I think it'd be cool to like try to at least do it with co-op. Then they announced the game called the Darwin Project, which what was that? Oh, that was like that weird multiplayer thing where they got out the Shoutcaster. That was very cartoony.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
don't
Then they
remember.
came out and talked about Minecraft.
I remember him, but I don't remember the video.
Yeah.
Yay,
Then they showed off Minecraft, which is getting a 4K update and a graphic upgrade, so they're going to add shadows and stuff along those lines. And server
If you had the
support.
Xbox One X.
So, I thought it looked cool. It's like it's nice seeing that some of the mods that made that game look really pretty are coming to the console version. And then crossplay. I think servers and stuff will be coming to the console version. That's gonna be important. They showed off a Dragon Ball Z fighter. Anybody a Dragon Ball Z fan here?
I'm a pretty good Dragon Ball Z fan, and the game looks amazing if you were like fighting games. I'm not a big fighting game fan, so
Anybody else?
it looks exactly like every other Dragon Ball Z game.
And cartoon.
Let's see. I don't remember any of these games. Black Desert, Last Night, Artful Escape, Code Vein. Nope, don't remember any of those. Okay, then we got the Sea of Thieves coming early 2018.
I'm kind of
Yay.
interested about that one.
I want to be a pirate.
I think the game looks cool. I think it'd be interesting to see if, like, if we had one group of that could be pirates, like a team of 4. Like, I don't know how big a crew can be. I'd be interested to see how that works. Because if it's only 4 or 5 to a ship, then can you have 2 crews? Can we have an armada? That's what I want to know.
I think so. Well, I don't know. Of course, I don't know much about the game, but it just looks like the best place to be like the ultimate get together and goof off.
Yeah. And you can
that
climb
sounds
inside a
good to me.
cannon now.
Yeah, you can get inside a cannon and shoot yourself to another ship. That looks fun.
What game are we talking about right this second? Sorry, I had
job,
to do
Bert.
something.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of who?
Sea of Thieves, made by Rare,
Oh, okay.
the pirate game.
That is not the one that I looked at then. Okay, carry on.
So I think it was cool. Should be fun. They showed off a quick trailer for Tacoma coming out August 2nd from the creator of Minerva's Den and Bioshock 2, and then the guy who made Gone Home. So that is who made that. Then they showed off a Super Lucky's Tale, which is very much just a platformer. With a fox.
Yeah, it looked like made me think of like Mario type.
I
game
thought it
mode.
looked like
Mario
Tails.
and Sonic were mixed together.
I thought it was Tails from Sonic. Anything? Anybody? Comments so far?
Considering and
So now we can move on. Got to Cuphead. Finally got a release date, September 29th.
oh, about the
That one
Cuphead.
looks cool. Yeah.
Everyone keeps raving about it, but I assume it's because they're already Cuphead fans.
Well, most people just like the way the art style looks and everything. So they've been
That's me.
showing
I
it
like
off
the
enough.
visual. Yeah. I like the animations and the style.
Hank, what'd you think?
I don't have an opinion. I don't even know what game that is.
It's kind of like a
It's based off
platformer, but it looks like a
Based off of-
1940s cartoon.
platformer hell shooter thing, right?
Something like that.
It's based off an old comic, I thought, or a current comic, or something like that.
Then we got Crackdown 3. Got shown off.
I'm actually excited for this one.
Mr. Terry
Which you can
Crews
actually
was in the
play
trailer.
Terry Crews.
Bum, 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 bum.
They confirmed
Oh.
you can play him as a character.
Oh, nice. It's coming November 7th, 2017. So, Mr. Hank Nova, what do you got for me?
I just remember vaguely trying to get Crackdown 2. I guess you guys had already played Crackdown 2, so I didn't really get to play with anybody on it, and I got kind of bored with it because it was not a lot of fun by yourself after a while.
Yeah, I never
I'm
played
looking
the second
forward
one.
to
I really like the first one.
maybe it was the first one then.
Yeah, I remember getting the first one just because it came with the beta for Halo 3.
It reminds me of Grand Theft Auto, but it's got that superhero feel, and I like that.
Bert, you got anything for me? Care about Crackdown?
I am not familiar with the franchise, and that was not one of the videos I got. One of the small selection of videos I got to watch.
Dang. Primordial Goo, what you got?
I liked the idea of Crackdown 3. I remember seeing a tech dip video like a year ago or something where they were showing using the cloud computing for all the physics. It
That was
was
actually
really
2 years
cool if you
ago.
didn't see it. And it's been in development this whole time, and they finally show it in E3 again, and they really didn't show much. Like, is it gonna use all that computing power? Was that just to see if they could do it and decided not to? I'll be interested to know all that stuff. But I like Crackdown, and that should be fun.
Agent M, got anything for me?
I own it, but I've never played it.
Okay. And Zoom, Crackdown.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Agent M. I have the original Crackdown, but I played a total of maybe 30 minutes till I got motion sick and never played it again.
Yeah,
I still have the original Crackdown, and I'd be willing to play that if somebody wanted to play.
I still have it somewhere.
Yeah.
Then they showed off a montage of games. I didn't write down what the games were. I didn't care. Showed off a Life is Strange, just getting like a little mini-series story thing. Then they showed off the Lord of the Rings, The Shadow of War. Anybody play the Shadow of Mordor?
Excellent game.
Yes.
Very good game.
I played a few hours of it, and my wife actually bought me a copy, but I wasn't sure if it was something I was going to play, so I borrowed a different copy from someone else. Played it for a couple hours. Was like, yeah, I'm never going to finish this game, so I just went ahead and returned the unopened copy
Oh,
that
man.
I'd gotten for Christmas.
Oh my
I thought it
God.
was a great game.
I mean, it was fun, but I don't know. Like I said, I enjoyed the first couple hours, and then it was like the last 2 hours I put into it. I was just like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't
I remember it's
really think I want to
It
know
started
what I'm doing.
really hard.
It just didn't grab
Like,
me,
it,
you
it
know.
was really hard. I died like over and over right at the beginning, but as
Oh,
soon
yeah.
as you start to level up a little bit, it gets a lot better suddenly. Then you get super powerful, and then you get to leave the area where Mordor, like into a grassy, pretty area, so it changes scenery and everything. I thought it was a really good game. Kind of had an Assassin's Creed faster pace feel. Slash
Yeah, that's
Batman.
what it definitely had a big Assassin's Creed feel for me, in that. But I did like the fact that like the people like the captains and stuff that you had to go kill, the leaders that like they
Mhm.
you had weak ones, and then I did like the fact that some of them like challenged others and got promoted and stuff like that. That was a pretty interesting concept. until, I had about half of them all dead, and then I ended up making a mistake and running into a troll, and he ate me for breakfast, and then everyone came back, and I was like, son of a nutcracker.
They always come back, by the way. You can't kill them all.
Yeah. Okay. I can try.
But you can burn their minds and have them follow you.
Ooh.
There you go. And thoughts on Shadow of War? Anybody? The update. Zoom, what do you think? Interested? Here.
Shadow of War?
Yeah. The sequel to Shadow of Mordor.
I did not play those games, so no opinion.
Hank, anything? Guess that's a no.
I think Hank.
He fell
Hank
asleep.
Oh. Okay.
I plan to play
Primordial
it. I will probably play it. It may be when it goes on sale or something, because it's single player, and that's how I do most single players. But I will most likely play.
Good deal. Agent M.
I didn't beat the first one because, like Primordial Goose said, it was hard. I liked it a lot, so I'm excited for the second one. I'll definitely get it. It just makes me want to go back and try to beat the original one.
You should. You have to kind of trudge through the beginning, and then it gets a lot easier.
Good to know. I might have to try to go back to it because I tried it and then I think I got frustrated real early and gave up. Then they showed Ori and the Blind Forest 2 or Ori and the Wind of the Wisp. Is that what it's called? Will of the Wisp. So, then Phil Spencer came out and announced that the OG Xbox backwards compatibility is coming. So, get ready to play some Crimson Skies. That was a pretty interesting announcement.
I
See,
agree.
I'm currently looking at my original Xbox games. I have lots of Star Wars games,
If
Time
I
Splitters,
can get
Half-Life, Max
if I can
Payne.
get Unreal Championship on the Xbox One, oh my goodness, that's gonna be so much fun. I hope. That's my multiplayer trading game. Once I stopped playing that game, my multiplayer skills went way downhill.
And then they announced the price for the Xbox One X, which we'll talk about in a sec. And then they showed off Anthem, BioWare's new game. So,
Yeah,
Hank, what'd you think of Anthem?
I'm not impressed.
Really?
Okay.
I'm just not. I don't know what it is about it. I'm just
I
not
assumed
that
it would grab
impressed.
the attention of most Destiny players.
That's what I thought.
Well, a lot of people are saying that, but just the video. I only watched one video, and it was not the official launch. It was just a clip. So to be fair, I haven't watched the whole release, so I might not have the whole story.
EA's was a teaser, I think, and then Xbox One's or Xbox's conference.
It was it must have been EA's that I saw because I was just like, you know.
Yeah. EA was kind of like, hey, we got this thing, and then we'll announce more at Xboxes, and then they did. And Xbox had the big, like, 10-minute long trailer showing off, like, how the movement works and shooting and the
You
mech
should watch
suit
it.
things
It's
you can
pretty.
do.
I will.
It's really pretty and looks cool.
Well, Nora told me the same thing. She was saying that being a Destiny fan, she was really looking forward to it, and I was just like looking at her like she had lobsters crawling out of her ears. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I will find you the official one and send it to you.
Okay.
So, Bert, you watched that video. What do you think?
I watched some gameplay video. It was about, I don't know, 7-8 minutes long, something like that. It looked interesting, but it looked like it was a Destiny ripoff meets what's that stupid movie with the blue people and the planets playing Pandora? Avatar, yes, that one. It looked like they were I mean, visually speaking, I guess the graphics looked really good, but the gunplay and the gameplay that they showed off just really didn't catch it for me. I just, I don't know. It's something I want to keep my eye on, but it's just right away. It's just not something I'm gonna buy right away. I was just
I'm saying it also doesn't come out for until fall 2018. That's
Yeah, it's gonna
assuming
be a
they hit
while.
their date.
Yeah,
Primordial
okay.
2, what'd you think?
I was impressed, and I'm a big fan of games that do traversal, like cool things with traversal. I think that generally makes games fun. And to watch her jump off a cliff and fly, I was kind of impressed. I was like, I didn't expect that. And then she dove underwater and was still going, and I was like, again, I'm impressed. Like this, it creates 2 environments now to explore, and it was beautiful and it was cool.
oh yeah.
I
Visually
did get
speaking,
a
it was
Destiny
really
vibe
really good
from it.
looking.
I did get a Destiny vibe from it, like most everybody. There are some rumors out there that it might be a little more akin to Borderlands. I could maybe go either way. I might sway a little toward Borderlands in hopes, but I could go either way maybe. But it's got my attention, that's for sure. I'll watch it.
And then Zoom.
I thought it looked pretty cool. It was nice to see color and all these vivid colors and graphics. It's on my wish list. However, I'm not like too excited to play it because I don't know too much about it yet. But to me, it looked interesting. Definitely would like to check it out.
And then Agent M.
I didn't watch it, so
I will
I
send you guys the trailer.
can't comment.
Okay, then the last thing that we'll talk about is the Xbox One X, because I had one of our listeners, Brandon Marks, that guy. He sent me a thing saying
He
interesting to
recently
hear.
married Brandon Marks. Congratulations, Brandon.
Congrats, Brandon. So he said, interested to hear your guys' options/opinions on the Xbox One X. The Tennessee bunch here is kind of torn. Some of us are saying stick with what we have. The $500 price is too much currently. May get one at $400 or less. Others have said they would sell their current box now, while it's still higher valued, and put the money towards X. One of us has a 4K TV, and he's not considering getting one yet. And then he also said his opinion on it is he's like, I like what Microsoft is doing, giving people the option to play the same games at different graphics. Is what PC has done well since the beginning. You want to pay $500 for prettiness? Boom, there you go. I already have it with your equipment. Don't feel left out. You can still play with the higher end crowd. So yes, they showed off the Xbox One X. Now it says $500. It can do 4K gaming. So thoughts? We'll go with Hank first.
You want to start with me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the fire going. And
Yeah, hang on. I'm getting my contacting Destiny servers. It's impressive if you don't have an Xbox One or S. I mean, we're doing back to like a 3DS where we're going to have 17 different versions of the same system. Like I said, if my Xbox was to break, I would probably get that. But that's the only reason I would want to go get it. And spending $500 is not something I'm looking forward to doing. Just make something look prettier.
understandable.
Oh,
And
he
I just
left.
got kicked.
Oh, we lost Hank. He got so mad he left.
Forget this price. I'm out.
That peace. Agent M.
Glad to see some things haven't changed.
Agent M, what you got for me? Anything interesting about to say about the Xbox One X here? And we don't have Agent M. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm here.
Okay.
The kitty
Cheers.
cat was meowing, and I had muted myself. So,
Ah.
my opinion is I don't have a 4K TV. Even if I did, I have a perfectly working Xbox One. I don't see a need to get rid of it and go buy another Xbox system. So if that's what you have and that's what you want to do and you can afford it, more power to you. I personally don't see the appeal because I'd have to buy a whole brand new TV to really get any benefit out of it. So it wouldn't just be $500 for the new system for me.
Though they also did say that for the people that have a 1080p TV, that it will make the visuals of a 1080 look better, and also the games will load faster. Bert, any thoughts on it? Sorry, Chris, I'm coming to you. Working my way around the circle.
I'm kind of in the same boat they are. I don't have any reason to get an Xbox that's going to make things look a little bit prettier. I mean, the Xbox One already makes things look pretty enough. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know like the specs or anything about it. Just from your description of what it's gonna do, make games load faster, make things, look a little bit crisper, prettier. I also don't have a 4K TV, so I wouldn't get the full benefit from it. But I'm with Agent M. If you're gonna, you got the money, and that's pretty much your choice. You want to do that, it's fine. I personally will not partake in it unless for some reason my Xbox wanted to, go to the happy Xbox Deathland, I guess. That's about the only way I'd go.
Happy Xbox Deathland?
Is there a happy one?
The place.
Wow.
Primordial Goo, what you got for me?
Well, I know it's not for everybody. I realize that, but I think it's a pretty good move, given the PS4 Pro, and it's going to be more powerful than PS4 Pro, so that's a good move for Xbox. And I think the price point is reasonable, honestly.
Yes, I'll agree with that.
For all that this box will presumably be capable of, you can't buy a PC that'll do the same for the same money. I'm pretty sure.
But I have a question for you. So what happens in a year and a half when the Xbox One Z comes out?
Well,
I mean,
that may be.
It just seems like it's okay. Then you're going to spend another $600, and it's going to have double the RAM, double the capacity. Things are going to look twice as pretty, and things are going to run twice as fast. I mean, where do you draw that line?
It's going to be, like I said, it's not for everybody. It's going to be that line everybody draws for themselves. As long as they keep the platform homogeneous, where all the Xboxes play together, no one's getting split apart.
Fair enough,
I think
yes.
That's just fine. They can make whatever upgrades they want as long as everybody can play together. I say that as long as the architecture is the same and the developers can develop easily for it. Otherwise, you start to lose a lot of the console advantages. But I will probably buy one. I don't know if it'll be right off of launch, but I will probably buy one, and I'm going to move my current one to my upstairs TV and the Xbox One X downstairs TV, and then I will have a way to play with everybody, Xbox One X, everywhere I go. Though I will say they should have worked on the name a little more.
I was
I know
just
what
gonna
they're
say
trying
that.
to do. Xbox One S, it made sense. Like, that flows. They had the Xbox 360S, they have the S controllers, that made sense, but the Xbox One X just sounds like they're trying too hard. But otherwise, I'm on board.
All right, thank you. And Zoom.
It sounded cool, very powerful, and it's a little too pricey for me, even though it seems like it's a good value for the power you're getting. I would not be upgrading. I just got an Xbox One S not too long ago, so I don't see
I'm in the
any
same
reason
boat.
to
I just got an
get
S for
another
Christmas.
Xbox. Yeah, so I don't see a reason to upgrade my Xbox anytime soon. I do have a 4K TV. Everything looks good right now, so I don't see benefit of upgrading right now to be slightly better graphics. I don't like how we're getting new models almost yearly, kind of like cell phones. I don't like that. Seems like a money grab to me. But yet, like what Gu was saying, as long as everyone can play together without any issues, then that's fine. But for me, I'm not going to be upgrading time soon. And I also had trouble with the name Xbox One X. I kept mixing it with S. I did see somewhere online that maybe perhaps it's an acronym for Xbox. Maybe that's why they called it X. If you spell out all the initials, it spells out Xbox. So, yeah, they needed to be a little bit more creative with the name, I guess.
I actually am Kratos, randomly. Same thing here for me as in, I actually will not be getting one. I have 4 Xboxes now in my house. I really don't need a 5th.
Okay,
Holy
you
cow.
can say that. You can say that all you want, and I'm going to hold you to it, because when it comes out, you get that itch, and somebody at work is going to probably want to buy one of your Xboxes, and then you're going to get that itch. Mark my words, you're going to get that itch,
I'm
and
actually
you're
already
going to
selling
scratch
one
it.
of them. Selling one of them, so I have the 3. My biggest thing is that I will have a 4K TV, because like I told you, in my new house, I'm going to have a theater room, so I'm getting a nice 4K TV for in there. But the thing is I sit in my office and game on my 40-inch TV. So I really don't feel like buying another 4K TV to game on, and then having 2 Xbox One X's. And so it'd be weird for me.
But at 4K is good. I have a 4K TV, and I have an Xbox One S, and I can see a little bit of a difference, but it's not like VHS to DVD difference. It's not that big of a gap. It's pretty, but it's not $500 pretty.
Yeah.
But it's nice, you know.
I agree. It's one of those things. Again, giving people options. As long as everybody can cooperate and play together, more power to you. So, and now the guy leaves. Okay, good.
They think we're boring.
Yeah. Moving on.
Oh,
Try and get through
dang
this
it.
fast as I
Wrong
can.
emote.
So Ubisoft they announced that they're doing a Mario versus Rabbids cross. Kind of had a very XCOM play to it. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. More Assassin's Creed Origins stuff. They announced the Crew 2. There you go, Hank.
Yeah. I'll end up having to get that.
They're adding planes and boats and stuff to it as well.
Great.
Then they showed off South Park, which does have a release date coming in October, which got me really excited because I loved the first game. So this one gets me excited. Anybody have any comments on South Park? Anything?
Didn't play the first
Did they
one.
kill Kenny?
Yeah. Elijah Wood is apparently doing a horror game for VR called Transparent.
Yeah, I won't buy that just because it's Elijah Wood. I don't care if it's a good game. It might be the greatest game in the world, but I will not buy it because it's.
What do you have against Elijah
And it's
Wood?
VR horror. What's wrong with Frodo?
Frodo was so awful in the movies. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on.
They showed a game called Skull and
Wow.
Bones,
Skulls and
That
Bones.
looked
Yes,
interesting.
I watched that one.
which was a 5v5 PvP mode of pirate ships battling.
Made me think of Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
It's the same team that's I think some of the same team that did Black Flag is on that game now. Any comments on that game, Bert, since you actually watched that video?
Well, it looked interesting. But I am with a lot of the people that were commenting on the YouTube video. They're like, no, no story mode. It looks, quite frankly, it looks like it's just. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at Elder's face. Quite frankly, if it's just all multiplayer, I won't buy it. If there's like a single player campaign type thing, I would be very interested in it. But if it's all just multiplayer, I'm not gonna get it. It looks very nice. It's a good, interesting way to capitalize on the popularity of Black Flag, because I think the most popular part of Black Flag was the pirate stuff. That's what I keep hearing about it, is that Black Flag was a very good pirate game, not so much of a good Assassin's Creed game. And I would agree with that. It was probably a better pirate game than it was an Assassin's Creed game, even though it was still enjoyable. But I feel like this is their attempt to cash in on that popularity of the ship fighting and stuff. And if it doesn't have a single player campaign, I won't buy it.
Yeah, we should see if they. I prefer to have a single player. But
I just think if I'm going to play a pirate game, it's going to be Sea of Thieves.
So anybody else have any comments on that game? The fact that Cram Brizzle here is inviting me to a game. Agent M is apparently not too excited about
He's
it.
getting attacked.
Oh,
Getting
yes,
attacked
I'm
by
sorry.
by a cat.
It's your fault for letting Lynx in your lap, and you know it.
That wasn't Lynx, that was Kyrie.
Okay, so moving on, they showed off Just Dance game, shocker.
I think we
they-
just watched the trailer for Just Dance.
Yeah, these guys are giving us the breakdown of how the trailer works. They showed off that they're coming out with a phone game for South Park. So that looks kind of interesting.
A mobile game, you said?
Yeah, it's coming. Yep, mobile game.
Strange.
So then they showed off a Toys to Life game coming in 2018 called Starlink Battle for Atlas. I think they're gonna miss the boat considering Toys to Life games are. Hank, how is the Toys to Life game doing still in old Tarjay?
Oh. They're not doing too hot. I mean, they've been on the decline for quite a while. Skylanders is on its last leg with the Imaginators. Amiibos are still okay, but yeah, the Lego Dimensions is still doing all right, but that's about it. Like I said, it either needs something to invigorate it, or it just needs to go away.
Disney's the one that died.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I've gotten like 8,000 characters that I'm slowly giving to Terry for Christmas, birthdays, presents, bar mitzvahs, you know. And like 8,000 Skylanders. I think I literally bought like 40 different Skylanders because he's got 3 games to go, and I was buying them up left and right because they were going away, and I didn't know if I'd be able to find them later on when he got into it.
There you go. That's cool. So yeah, I think they're gonna miss the boat here. I mean, a new Toy to Life game coming. I don't see it. But
There hasn't been
then-
anything new for a while, so it might actually do well since there's nothing new. It's nothing but rehashes of the same thing, so it might actually do a little bit better than you think.
yeah, that's true. So then they had a Steep update. They're coming out with an update called Road to the Olympics, which I played like 5 minutes of Steep. Did not like it.
It's a
That's a
snowboarding
downhill
game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Snowboarding?
that like snowboarding game and glide and whatever else you did in that game.
If it's not SSX, it's not worth playing.
Nice. So
Some tricky.
then they
I
showed off
agree
a
with
trailer. They showed off a trailer for Far Cry 5. Looks like a Far Cry game. I'm in. They showed that you can have a dog. They said Fangs for Hire, and then the dog would attack people, and then when you kill the guy, the dog would bring the gun to you. I'm sold.
Personally, I haven't played a Far Cry game since I might have played half of the second one. The first one was fun. My brother and I played it co-op all the way through, and then I don't remember why we stopped playing. I think they got rid of the co-op capability, and we were just like, okay, yeah, we're not gonna play. I think my brother ended up playing through the third one, and I fell off the bandwagon about midway through the second one, and I was just like, That's not very tasty. Uh, anyway, I fell off the bandwagon about midway through the second one, and I just I don't think the franchise has anything for my particular taste. But they're up to 5 now, so a lot of people like them.
Yeah, they're very popular. Anybody else have a comment on Far Cry?
I like
As
how you're
no.
looking around.
Did a camera twist. And then they announced that Beyond Good and Evil 2, they did a trailer. So my question was, did anybody play the first one? And do you care that there's a second one?
I intend to play
Negative.
the first one, and if I like it, I'll play the second one.
Negative from Hank, Agent M.
Didn't we get that with a game with gold?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll play it, but I haven't.
I know Bert probably has
You
it.
know.
What I do?
Zoom.
What? Sorry, I was distracted.
I did play it for about an hour, but I got extreme motion sickness, so I haven't been able to play it since. I did hear good things about it, and I was really curious to see what's so great about it, but I wasn't able to play more than an hour.
Okay. And that was Ubisoft.
Note to self. Make sure you play a 60 frames per second game with Zoom, or she'll get motion sick.
Yeah, I get prone to motion sickness pretty easily, so fortunate.
Yet somehow she managed to play Rocket League.
Yeah, that one I don't get sick.
So that
That
was
one
Ubisoft
she has
conference.
6 skills in. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
They didn't do the they didn't do that whole like, and one more game and then show something crazy. I thought it was kind of weird. They usually did that. I guess their Beyond Good and Evil 2 is actually a thing. Was the big announcement.
It was, I mean, the first one was pretty well received. It's kind of a classic.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people love it. I never played it. Don't have a comment. All right. The last conference I have notes for, because I think I skipped Bethesda. Bethesda showed off Wolfenstein 2 and
Whoa.
The Evil Within 2. So, Hank, you played the first one, didn't you? Evil Within.
I have started it. Really?
HM give a ha.
Really? You can
Did you get scared?
all you want. Miss Library O Games with plastic and 17,000 games with gold on your Xbox.
Did anybody play
They
the
scoff
first
at
Evil
it.
Within? Have any comments on Wolfenstein or
It's
Evil Within?
the first Evil Within is, you can tell it's a step back as far as horror games go. It's one of the earlier ones. It's kind of like Condemned.
Okay.
It's
I like
still
Condemned.
it's still intriguing. I did like it.
Okay.
Currently playing Resident Evil Biohazard, so that one's got my attention a little bit more.
Gotcha. All right. Moving on. Last conference. We go to PlayStation.
Nobody cares about PlayStation.
They showed off Uncharted DLC and Horizon Zero Dawn DLC.
Nobody
Yay.
cares.
I
Was
got
it
a
Uncharted
yay from
DLC
H&M.
or Uncharted new game?
DLC.
It's DLC.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Like the Lost Legacy or something. What do they call it? Last Legacy something.
Yeah, you play as Chloe instead of as Nathan Drake. And Chloe is one of your main
Khloe Kardashian?
characters. She's the main character in Uncharted 3.
And then
Or
they showed us
two.
some
Can't
Horizon
remember.
Zero Dawn DLC. So I still need to go back and play
Right.
that one.
And I just recently beat Horizon Zero Dawn, so I am excited for the DLC.
And then they showed off Days Gone, which again is that motorcycle zombie game. Looks cool. I don't really have a desire for that game. Any comments from anybody? I mean, we're primarily Xbox
That-
people, so
Well, that's a game I wish was on Xbox because I've seen the gameplay of it and it looks really good.
I agree. They showed off a Monster Hunter World. That's kind of a big deal for people who love the Monster Hunter series. It's big in Japan. Then they showed that a Shadow of Colossus remake is coming. Anybody play the
Big
first
deal
Shadow
for a lot
Colossus?
of people.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Every time it
exciting.
comes up, I wish I had.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I never got around to that one.
Isn't that the one they were like in development for like 18 years?
No, that was the Last Guardian they just released.
That's
Yeah.
Guardian, that's what it was.
And it flopped. It Duke
So it should be
Nukems.
interesting. It's the same team.
I
but
was
it's
getting
like
ready
they
to say, I have Duke Nukem, thank you. I have that one. It's sitting right over on my shelf right there. And
So do I.
every bit the disappointment you think it would be.
I got it for free. I got it for free, and it was still disappointing. And I traded it in. I actually made
Although
money on that
it's
deal.
it's poking fun at Halo a couple times, and it was pretty funny.
And then they
Yeah,
showed
it
off a
had its funny
Marvel
moments, but it was
versus,
pretty lame.
and they showed off a Marvel versus Capcom Infinite, like some fighting game. Didn't really care. Showed a trailer for the multiplayer for Call of Duty World War II. So I'm excited for that. Beta's coming in end of August, beginning of September. I think it's coming first to PlayStation for like a week, and then September 1st for Xbox people. I have an opinion on that once it comes out.
I'm definitely
Skyrim's
getting that
gonna-
one.
Yeah, Skyrim's got a PSVR mod coming to it. They showed off some mouse game that's called Moss. That's for PSVR. Really random. I get to the rest of this. So they showed God of War, more God of War stuff. Looks cool. Looks like God of War, but he's got a kid now, so you gotta ask the kid.
So I don't understand it. That's just what I'm very, very. I don't own a PlayStation 4, so my opinion means nothing. I was a very big God of War fan on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 2. And it looks like they're just completely ignoring 1, 2, and 3, and they're just going a whole different direction with it.
Yeah, we should see how they. Especially after the end of 3, how they tie it in. So.
Well, everything I've read, they're ignoring 1, 2, and 3. It's like a reboot. His name is Kratos. He's got the white skin. You don't know why, but it has nothing to do with the Greek mythology. Now he's Norse. I'm like, I just think that's really bad. I think that's the money grab, like we were talking about earlier. Hey, this was a good franchise. We want to do something else different with it. So let's just out of the blue completely change it, and we're just going to put the name God of War on it because that's a name that's going to get people's attention.
Exactly. That's what you're saying there. It's like they had an idea for a game, and they were like, let's just throw on the God of War name on it.
It's a tricky call. You use a different character and put a different name on there, and people are like, this is just a God of War ripoff, so you never know.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'll be one of those people that probably be like, oh, well, God of War. Sure, I'll pick it up. But who knows? They showed off Detroit from the same guys that made the Heavy Rain game. Eventually, that game will come out.
Android
Look cool.
Liberation.
Yep. But nothing like the first trailer. Also, the second trailer looks way different. They showed a Destiny 2 trailer. Hey, look, Destiny 2. And they showed that the beta was coming for. They announced after that though that the beta was coming July 18th for PlayStation, and then July 19th for Xbox. Then like July 21st, it's going to open to everybody, and then it stops on the 23rd. And then the game is released on September 6th instead of September 8th. Whew. Hank, excited for the beta?
Yeah, I am. I'm excited for the beta, more so than I was for the beta for the original.
Agreed. Anybody else have any comments, concerns? No?
I'm gonna wait and see for Destiny 2.
And then
I got my fill on the first one, unless they do better on the second one.
Well, so far everything seems better.
So far.
and then
Seems.
they finished with Insomniac's Spider-Man, which I thought looked really cool. And it sucks that it's only PlayStation. But
Agreed.
that is every conference we've discussed. So, what is some takeaways? Any games you're excited for that you saw? We'll go to Primordial Goo. We'll put you on the spot. And your wife's gonna be home in a minute.
Oh goodness. Well, I don't own a PlayStation, but I would play Zero Dawn. That was the most interesting thing to me out of their conference. But I'm gonna probably get an Xbox One X at some point. I'm excited about Sea of Thieves. I got my eye on Anthem, and I'll be excited to see the Minecraft graphic upgrade and crossplay. I got some PC players that might come play with.
That's cool. All right, and working our way around the circle to Zoom Demon over here.
Games I'm looking forward to playing are Assassin's Creed Origins, maybe Anthem, definitely the Battlegrounds game. That looked cool. Definitely Call of Duty. World War II. I'm glad they went back to World War II. That was actually my favorite era. I got really sick of the in-space combat and special abilities.
Yeah.
And Wolfenstein 2.
Ooh.
I like Wolfenstein, so. Yep.
All right, Hank Nova. Got for me.
A couple things that were not mentioned that I was excited for was the standalone DLC for Dishonored, the Death of the Outsider. I'm kind of excited for that. And I have mixed feelings about the new Halo Wars 2 DLC coming that you're going to have to pay for.
It's not part of the Ultimate Pack or whatever?
It is not. It'll be $19.99. It's going to be new maps, new units, and what excites me about it is it's going to have it's a new campaign altogether. It's going to be dealing with the Flood. It's basically the Banished versus the Flood. But it's got what I was hoping the firefight mode was going to be on Halo Wars 2, where it's just firefight, but it's blitz firefight. This is actually going to be the firefight where, the three of us will build our bases, build our armies, and then we're waiting for the Flood to come and attack, and we're trying to survive and help each other.
They're
That's
going to
what
put
I
all
was
that
hoping.
behind They're putting all that behind a paywall. That's lame.
Yes,
Splitting
yes,
the
yes, they
community,
are.
all that. That's terrible. There'll be like 15 people to play with.
Well,
I agree with you.
I'm very much looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm kind of leery of it because I don't know. I haven't picked up Halo Wars 2 since they screwed me with the glitch, and I refuse to. It sucks because I really want to play.
Mm-hmm.
We heard about your poor stupid glitch update.
And apparently it's happened to quite a few other people, and other people have attempted to restart their campaigns, and they got deleted as well.
Okay. Anything else, Hank, you're excited about?
Crackdown 3 had me kind of excited because, like I said, I kind of missed the second when it was Crackdown 1 was the original one. That's what I was talking about. I thought it was Crackdown 2. It was Crackdown 1. So, being that it's been a while, and if more than one or two people can get it in this circle, that would be nice to play with. I think that has a lot of potential.
I will have it. Okay. Working our way around the circle. Agent M.
Assassin's Creed Origins, I'm real excited about. The Uncharted DLC and the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC.
Very nice. And Verticus.
The only things really that I'm looking forward to are, Destiny 2, obviously. Assassin's Creed is probably the highest game on my list right now. And I've got my eye on Anthem, but you said it's like holiday season, 2018, so...
That's
We gotta
assuming they
wait
get
for
that
that
date.
one.
I want to get that, but
Yeah.
that gets pushed.
So that one definitely has potential. to be really, really good. Definitely, I got my eye on that one. And you kind of piqued my interest with what you mentioned about Madden way back at the beginning of this. And I might look in some more into that. And Chris, Goo, what was that? What was that pirate game you said you were interested in? Not the
Sea of Thieves by Rare.
Sea of Thieves. Okay. All right.
That's early
I don't
20.
know.
So
Okay.
for me,
I might have to check into that.
I swing the camera around on myself here. A Way Out from EA. Xbox, I like Assassin's Creed Origins. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds coming. I've seen video of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds being played, and I really want to play it, but I can't do mouse.
Oh yeah, I might check that out too.
Sea of Thieves. Anthem, whenever that eventually comes out. And then South Park game. I already have the thing pre-ordered and ready to go. So I love the first South Park, and I'll try to play the second one. Far Cry 5 because I get a dog that brings guns to me. And then one game from PlayStation of Spider-Man. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so
Looks
I'm
good.
excited. I'm excited to play that game. So that is this episode of the podcast, episode 25. Sorry for the audio being a little weird. We're all using our Xbox mics, so hopefully the quality is not too terrible. So you can follow us at our website, VAHOMApodcast.com. I can be found on Twitter at VAH_Annihilator. Bert is BudDauber24. Agent M is not on there. Hank Nova 316 or Ludacris 316.
Pick your pick.
Do I have a Twitter? No. Well, I do, but I don't use it.
Okay. And then I know Primordial Goose probably doesn't either. So.
Nope.
And Bert's slowly leaving the circle.
Just
Bye,
call me.
Bert. Let's call
Well,
you.
I gotta be up in 5 hours. So.
Okay. Well, thank you for recording this. Thank you for listening, everybody. We appreciate it. And bye.
Gotta do a dance off.
Bye.
Yeah, we gotta do a dance. Everybody dance. Bye. Everybody say bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye bye.
Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Good riddance.